Hi everybody. Today I'm going to read to you from Willa Cather's O Pioneers. Willa Cather is amazing at describing setting, and this week the examples I'm going to give you are about setting. And while the assignments will be more workshop work this week, keep in mind setting and trying to describe it in ways that are different or that are deliberate. It's really what we're looking for there. So this is from the very opening of Willa Cather's O Pioneers. One January day, 30 years ago, the little town of Hanover, anchored on a windy Nebraska tableland, was trying not to be blown away. A mist of fine snowflakes was curling and eddying about the cluster of low, drab buildings huddled on the gray prairie under a gray sky. The dwelling houses were set about haphazard on the tough prairie sod. Some of them looked as if they had been moved in overnight, and others as if they were straying off by themselves, headed straight for the open plain. None of them had any appearance of permanence, and the howling wind blew under them as well as over them. The main street was a deeply rutted road, now frozen hard, which ran from the squat red railway station and the grain elevator at the north end of the town to the lumber yard and the horse pond at the south end. On either side of this road straggled two uneven rows of wooden buildings, the general merchandise stores, the two banks, the drugstore, the feed store, the saloon, the post office. The board sidewalks were gray with trampled snow, but at 2 o'clock in the afternoon the shopkeepers, having come back from dinner, were keeping well behind their frosty windows. The children were all in school, and there was nobody abroad in the streets but a few rough-looking countrymen in coarse overcoats, with their long caps pulled down to their noses. Some of them had brought their wives to town, and now and then a red or a plaid shawl flashed out of one store into the shelter of another. At the hitch bars along the street, a few heavy work-horses, harnessed to farm wagons, shivered under their blankets. About the station everything was quiet, for there would not be another train in until night. That is the first paragraph of that book, a long paragraph. The next one is when she starts honing in on a single character. On the sidewalk in front of one of the stores sat a little Swede boy, crying bitterly. And I'll stop there. So that's one example of some extraordinary setting. She does amazing things, and I'll provide some additional examples as well as some from other genres as well. So this week, while you're doing your workshop writing, consider pausing and fleshing out the setting of your work a little bit more.